Oh, well, hello there. We have a crazy day. I don't even know how I'm going to get through it. We've got Raven Griim coming in. Her hair is a catastrophe. It's a complete hair disaster situation. Went to a salon and all of her hair broke off trying to get this perfect silver color that she just had to have. Oh my God. Come here. And Philip Wolf just got to my house. I don't know how we're going to get through this day. Her hair is broken. It is in pieces. It is in shambles. I cry just thinking about it. We've seen so many. I shouldn't say I've never, because we have.
We have.
But she wants this really perfect color. I spent about 6 hours last night, brother, doing these extensions for her, getting it that perfect color. But now we have to make her hair that color without it all breaking off. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy the video. And I guess you're going to find out with us what happens with this day. And I hope it's a good day. And I hope that we make Raven happy.
I have a good feeling.
You do? Do you have a good feeling?
I do.
All right. Do you believe in us? I believe in us.
I believe in us.
All right. So, the day has finally come to clean up this mess.
It has.
All right. Finally, you're meeting Philip.
Hello, Philip.
Hello there.
So let's see what's going on.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't get any easier to look at.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna close
crazier
my
in
eyes.
person, isn't it? So went to a salon, and we've said it a few times. Not a good situation, because here we are. Tried to fix it several times, but I've had her on K18. I've seen her a few times, and Calisum.
It helps so
it's
much.
so
can I just
crazy.
say?
You've followed the regimen to a T, so
Yeah,
thank you. But let's be honest, let's be real talk with them. It wasn't overnight, because this has been almost a month. And you just, when did you finally were like, oh my God, the K18 and the Calisum is working?
Like now, I don't know about the Calisum so much, because I think that's more for hair growth. Right?
Yeah, it's for hair
but
growth.
I'm sure
so
that it helped overall.
Yeah.
But I feel like the K18, it helped my natural pattern, my curl patterns coming back, and it feels a little bit less frizzy. And this is air dried. So I think we took a video with me air dried before, and it was much worse. This looks and feels better to me.
We're gonna do test strands first,
Yeah.
obviously. I'm not gonna put bleach on your hair without.
Yeah.
5 volume, slow and low is the way to go. I spent hours last night because you have a very specific, I'm gonna pop it into the screen, color that you want, and we want. Hell, you're the client. And
This experience taught me to
some
be
of the
honest.
extensions are so hard to color, y'all. Some of them came out perfect, and then some of them I didn't love, and then you didn't love them either. But let me show you the ones that we love. We're gonna bring this back, so just picture this. We need to retouch this black, but we're gonna do this split personality, and it's just such a gorgeous, would you call it spooky?
Yeah, spooky girl, Halloween tombstone girl.
Yeah, tombstone
Tombstone
girl, but look at that. Look at the
Tombstone.
shine.
Oh.
It's
One
gonna be,
day.
look at,
Maybe in 3 years I'll put that on my own.
I love it. So the key is to get this color correction underway. I'm gonna turn your head this way. Hold these for a second, Philip, just so I can. There's so much shit going on. Look at this.
I don't want to look at it.
Look at it!
No!
But look at this, regrowth we have to deal with. Band, muddy color that just won't come out. Turn a little more it's just so intense. And then there's all these short broken pieces in here that are so messed up. So I'm gonna try, I gotta get her to a nice level 9 in order for it to get to the color of the extensions. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous a little bit, but I feel do you have faith in me?
I have faith in you.
Yeah, we've been at this for a while. So, and then Philip's gonna need to come in and shape it, so don't be alarmed. We've gotta cut off some of those dead ends before we put in the extensions, and then he's gonna have to cut the extensions.
Okay.
I'm so scared right
So
now.
forget about the damage for now. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you with this part?
I love a good layered cut.
Gotcha.
Definitely not a mullet girl or a shag girl, no bangs, but face framing bouncy layers. But also I don't know what's possible with this side being what it is. So if you have a professional opinion, I am open.
Yes, absolutely. So I can see what's out. You have a little bit of face frame there. There's something here. Now I didn't go exactly in there, but I'm assuming it all blends through, and then probably some long layers throughout, right?
I don't know whatever this is now. I think this was just my shortest layer because my hair used to be really long. So what happened was that we just kept cutting, and then like it's basically like a one length. It's like fresh start.
Oh, gotcha.
So whatever.
Okay. So that's great. So if we blended that a bit, just using this as sort of the guideline of the beginning, because we don't want bangs, but face frame is great because that's pretty beautiful and all that. And then obviously with this side, we'll do a pre-extension cut, just basically getting the weird 2 or 3 hairs that don't make sense out, and then put the extensions in, and that'll be a clean slate, and then we'll match the sides. I think that'll be a great look. What do you think about that?
No, I think that's
number
great.
1, you'll get the fullness, but number 2, you'll get the shape back too.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, so now wait, we're gonna put the goggles on. We're gonna put the goggles on. Let's put the goggles on. Okay. Are we ready to save this hair? Are you ready, Raven?
I'm ready.
Let's go, hands in. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Before I would do anything on Raven's hair, we had to do test strands first. I did the front and the back. I did 10 volume in the back and 5 volume in the front here. Test strands were going to be crucial for me to decide if I could even do this hair transformation today. She had been using K18 at home for a month and Calisum, repairing her hair and getting it to grow for this hair transformation. But I felt pretty confident today that we were going to be able to at least have a successful first pass in this color correction and extension service on Raven. Okay, now it's time to get into this color. In our test strands, we noticed that 10 volume was a little bit too strong for Raven's hair. So I decided to only do 5 volume and Oligo Pro's Extra Blonde. I also put Glad Cling Wrap on the black side because we also had to redo the jet black side and do her regrowth on that side as well without it bleeding into the Tombstone gray. So if you notice, I'm taking really thin sections here, and I first wanted to address the mids and ends and all the bands in her hair. I didn't want to put it on her new regrowth until I got it light enough. And again, this is going to be a first session color correction on this side. We felt really confident that we can make her hair so much better. But situations like this, I like to play the long game and really take my time and get it right, while also making sure that we're not making this situation with the breakage and damage even worse than it already was to begin with. Once I did the back right quadrant, starting at the occipital bone to the nape and then the crown to the occipital bone, it was time to do the front of Raven's hair. You see me leaving that line of demarcation out again. I did not want to cause any further damage, and I let her know that we were going to get that regrowth as light as humanly possible. So it was time to put it on the regrowth there. I did up my volume to about 7 volume for the regrowth of her hair, being really meticulous and careful and watching it carefully. Once I got that lightener on and it was time to process, you can see me working through that last quadrant. It was time for me to come in and do the jet black color. I also used Oligo Pro's, their Color Up Permanent line in level 1-0. Raven said she didn't want any ash, she didn't want blue black, but was it stressful? Yes, it was stressful. I wanted to make sure it was as clean as possible. And I came in there, if you notice, with that 1-0 jet block, going through on the regrowth, and then I was gonna pull it through her ends for about the last 5 minutes of this transformation. I kept going back to and checking the blonde side, making sure that I saw no breakage. I kept doing elasticity tests, and really just trying to get that hair on the right side as light as possible, because if you know, you know, getting a tombstone gray silver on anybody is very difficult, let alone damaged hair. We let that process for 40 minutes and we were so happy with where we got Raven's hair. There was absolutely zero breakage and zero damage, and ultimately that was the goal. You see, we got her to like a nice level 9. The base was a little bit yellow, I'm not gonna lie, compared to the rest of the hair, but we said, you know what, next time we'll address that and we'll get it perfect. For today, we felt really good. I came back in after putting my goggles on, of course, and applied more K18 molecular repair hair mist. That restores 99% of hair's elasticity, y'all. It also repairs and also protects. And then it was time for me to come in and get with this toner. I toned with Oligo Pro's Color and Gloss in shades 11 Double Ash and 10 Double Ash with only 7 volume. Again, I wanted to make sure the hair integrity was on point. Just know that this was more of a primer. I wanted to get it as silver as I possibly could, very ashy on this side. Remember, she wants like a tombstone spooky gray. And then I was gonna come in, which you'll see later, with a semi-permanent shade to really get it to that color that she wants in her inspo pic. So I left this on her hair for 20 minutes and let it process. I wanted to get the extensions in that I had custom colored the day before after this step. And then after that, I would come in with that semi-permanent color. If you notice, I came back in with the black just to make sure that our split personality was super clean. Checking my color, and it was time to process. Moment of truth for this primer color. I always get so nervous, but we were really happy with where we got for this first part. It was getting in that realm that we wanted. It was definitely ashy and silver. You can see at that base where I wasn't willing to push the hair anymore. It wasn't perfect. I'm a perfectionist about these things. So I came back in with that semi-permanent I told you about. I mixed Oligo Pro's Funk U line. It's so pigmented, I love it. I did silver, and then I also did 1/4 of lilac with a little bit of clear, and we put that on there and waited 20 minutes. We were really happy with where we got, and Raven had went to 3 other hairstylists trying to get this color, and every time her hair got a little worse, a little more broken, and the color, to be honest, just got a little bit muddier and banded. We always use K18 molecular repair hair mask at the end. We are so obsessed with this product, and that is one of the key products Raven was using at home to repair her hair. And we wouldn't have been able to do this transformation without it. She would have either had to go short or just wait and let it grow out, and that could take, you know, up to a year. Philip Wolf came in with his Design Me limited edition styling mousse. We love this volume mousse, and he asked me if he could put a little bit of this at least on the jet black side of Raven's hair to style her and get ready for this cut. When you're doing extensions, you want to make sure that the hair is really clean, its cleanest possible state, so that the extensions take, especially when you're doing K-tips, tapes, you really want to make sure. So I told him that he could do it on the left side. He came in and did some face framing that you see here on Raven. If you remember in that consultation, she said that she loves a good layered cut. So that's what we wanted to give her. And then the key was going to be, when I came in with the extensions, to match the side to mask all the damage that she has in her hair on that front right side for her. Philip Wolf came in and did some point cutting, and we were just really happy with where we were, and Raven already was starting to get really excited. Came in with our Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium Blow Dryer. I really love this dryer because the way it's made with that nano titanium technology, it's gonna really be color safe. And it was time to get into the extensions, but you could see here, after doing that second coat of color, we really were able to get to that tombstone color that Raven wanted. But you can see there in some areas in the back, it was great. We were really happy. Again, things like this take sessions, especially with hair that's this damaged. I like to play the long game and see my clients every 6 weeks and kind of like nurse their hair. Like basically that's a perfect analogy, back to health. Raven has never had extensions in her hair before. So in this section, I came in and I used Bellamy tapes. I custom colored those extensions the night before, doing the exact same colors that I did for Raven's first primer color with that color of gloss. and then applying that really beautiful silver and lilac to it. So we wanted to do tapes just to see how Raven felt with extensions. She's never had them before, and tapes are a great gateway. So in the longer pieces in the back, I did the sandwiches there, applying my tape, making sure that it lines up perfectly, and then using my clampers to really seal it on there. This should last her definitely 6 to 8 weeks until I see her again. And then around those short pieces, I custom colored some Bellamy K-tips. I used their lightest blonde shades. They're very easy to color. It took me, did a lot of tests and text Raven back and forth until she really, really loved that color and felt like it was exactly what she wanted. And then I got to work. So the day before, it took me about 4 hours to get those extensions ready. If you can see, I'm coming in here and doing those sandwiches around her face frame, leaving that veil around the side of her face so that she can wear her hair back and that it's really as unclockable as possible. Our goal is to transfer Raven into wefts as soon as her hair is in good enough shape and long enough to do so. So once I got those last tapes in, I wanted to use K-tips in the top pieces. So you can see there, we were really happy with the color that we got. It was really close to what she wanted. In about 6 weeks, I'll probably have her back and reapply that semi-permanent. Semi-permanents are very conditioning on the hair and give her a K18 repair service and just keep nursing her hair back to health. You can see me here doing the K-tips that I also custom colored the night before. Took me about 4 to 6 hours to get the color as close as possible to what she wanted. And we kind of went back and forth with some text messages. And finally, she texted me and she goes, yes, that is the color that I want. I love it. And then we were ready to go for that next day. So you can see here the K-tips around those really, really short pieces. I also did those in the crown area and moving my way up to that split personality part. But you can see we really love this tombstone gray color on Raven. Came in and finished the K-tip service. This whole extension probably took me about 2 hours to complete for Raven. And then obviously Philip was waiting on standby to come in and match that beautiful cut that he did on the jet black side to this spooky, cemetery, tombstone gray color that Raven wanted on the right side of her hair. So Philip Wolf came in with the scissors, and it was time for him to get into this haircut on Raven. And we were getting really, really excited here. Raven was happy, and you can see here how great that tombstone gray is, especially for a color correction like this that's going to take multiple sessions. My goal is always to get it as close as possible to exactly what we want. But again, the hair's integrity is always going to come first with me, and I like to play the long game with these. I'd rather work the long game and get her hair healthy and perfect than just keep having the hair get more and more damaged. And honestly, I think that's what happens with a lot of these, hairstylists will just keep bleaching the hair, pushing the hair past its limits, doing 20, 30 volume. And that's why, what happened to Raven happened. So our job is to bring her confidence back, to bring her hair back, and to really get it back to where it was. If you don't follow me, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. We do a lot of these extreme hair saves, and it's really fun to see these clients' hair come back to life over a period of 6 months, a year, and some of these girls have been almost 2 years that we've been working with their hair, and you really get to see their hair come back. And, we hope that you stay on Raven's hair health journey. Philip Wolf came in with that Babeless Pro again and styled her hair after giving her a gorgeous layered cut. And then obviously he wanted to come in and texturize that hair, but we were really happy with the color here. You can see right there in the back, and he came in and it was time to style the hair. We love Babeless Pro tools. Again, that nano titanium technology is going to be great for hair color. It doesn't strip or fade. And we wanted to do some waves. Raven usually wears her hair straight, but she's like, I'm really open to try something new. Let's try putting some waves in my hair for the final looks. So we came in and did that, and then we let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Three, two, one. Here we go.
Oh my.
Whoa.
What do you think?
I think I have hair, and it's not muddy and gross and crazy, and it's silver and pretty, and I want to cry. a little bit. I'm not gonna, but I'm
Happy
to.
tears.
Yeah. Happy tears. No, this came out so good.
You have been healed.
Thank you. Oh my god.
And it's even on both sides now.
Yeah, I have hair. I could wear it down. That's like what I wanted the most, was just to be able to wear my hair down again.
It was worth every second. Thank you for trusting us and being patient.
Thank you for being patient with me and my hair.
Oh
my
my God.
lack thereof.
Hey, I feel like you're stuck with us. So.